Welcome into NBA Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. On today's show, we are going to predict who will win all of the top NBA awards. We'll do MVP at the end, so stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We're going to save the best for last. We'll do some of the other lower tier awards first, and then we'll get to MVP at the end of the show. By the way, what is your favorite NBA award? I want to hear it from you guys. Favorite NBA award that is out there. Obviously, MVP gets a lot of focus. I think my favorite one, though, I think it's Most Improved Player, because you get to see these guys who took major leaps from last year to the current year, and you're like, wow, that guy's averaging 22 now. He was averaging 12 points last year. So I think that's my favorite award, but let us know, what is your favorite award in the NBA? We start with Defensive Player of the Year, and these are kind of your top three guys, and really it's the top two. I just threw Giannis in there. He won it last year, and he's had another good year defensively, but Rudy Gobert and Ben Simmons are certainly the top two candidates. And while Simmons can guard more positions, especially off ball, I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert. And I think the Jazz continuing to win games without Donovan Mitchell is a big reason why I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert. He blocks shots. He can switch on screens. He's a great rebounder, as you guys know. He's very versatile. He's a rare 7-footer that can get stuck on point guards and hold his own. That's pretty unique. Is he perfect? No, but I think I would lean Rudy Gobert. The betting odds have him as the huge favorite. I don't think he should be the huge favorite. I think Simmons is right there, but I would lean with Gobert out of Utah. So what do you guys think? Who should win the Defensive Player of the Year? Type RG for Rudy Gobert. Type BS for Ben Simmons. Get your votes in, RG or BS. I love Simmons. He's played well this year, but I would lean barely in favor of Rudy Gobert. Most Improved Player, my favorite award. I'm not even going to list candidates because it's not even close. Julius Randle of the New York Knicks. You can't stay enough by what this guy has done for this organization. He is clearly the most improved player in the NBA. He is a second-tier MVP candidate with how he has played this year. He's always been a decent pro, a good player, but he's become a top 10 NBA player, at least this year. That is pretty tough to do, to go from a good rotation piece to an MVP type of caliber season. That's what he's done this year. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 46% from the field, over 40% from three. And it's not just the numbers. He's got the Knicks back in the playoffs for the first time in 8 seasons. That's doing something. That says a lot for a franchise who has been in shambles for the better part of a decade, and even longer than that, outside of a couple of decent years with Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire. So Julius Randle is my most improved player. I think he's a top 5, 6, 7 MVP type of candidate as well. He's improved as a distributor, 6 assists per game. I'm a big fan of his. I think the Knicks need to keep him long term. He is the clear runaway for most improved player. Jeremy Grant's had a nice year in Detroit, but it ain't translating to wins the way it is with New York. If you love the NBA, well, subscribe for more videos. We hit you guys up with live shows every single Friday and videos throughout the week. You see the link below. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV, the latest NBA news, rumors, trades, offseason, free agency, draft, games, everything. We do it all. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. Sixth man of the year, and we got 2 players from one team in the mix here. You got Jordan Clarkson, Joe Ingles, and then Jalen Brunson, who's really put together a nice season for the Dallas Mavericks. I think in future years, he will get some real love for this award. I think it's a little early for him, though. I'm going to go with the flamethrower, Jordan Clarkson. The guy had like a 40-burger the other night. He's been phenomenal for this Utah Jazz team, and I mentioned that Gobert has had to step up even more without Donovan Mitchell. Well, how about Jordan Clarkson? He's had to do the same thing. He's had to help carry the load offensively while Mitchell has been out, and they've been able to keep that number 1 seed from Phoenix. I like Clarkson a lot. I think he's become a really good player. Not the most efficient guy in the world, but a guy that can give you 30 on any given night. That's very valuable coming off the bench, especially come playoff time. I got to give him the edge for 6th man of the year. Obviously, Joe Ingles is a hell of a player as well for Utah, which, hey, maybe there's a reason they're the top seed in the West. They have all these players up for these awards. Who would you pick to win it? Type JC for Jordan Clarkson. Type JI for Joe Ingles. Get your votes in right now, JC or JI. Let's go to Coach of the Year, and I think there's a lot of worthy candidates. You got Monty Williams, the Phoenix Suns. They've gone from off the grid to the number 2 seed in the West, potentially number 1 come playoff time. We'll see. Tom Thibodeau with the New York Knicks. I think he's done a great job with that team. Quinn Snyder for the Jazz. They just keep winning. They're going to win the West regular season, it looks like. He's done a great job. Doc Rivers, I'm not a huge Doc guy, but he's had Philadelphia atop the East the entire season. Pretty impressive. They've been underachieving in recent years. And then Michael Malone for the Nuggets. Jamal Murray goes down. This team doesn't skip a beat. I think he's done a heck of a job with that team over several years, but especially this year as well. That being said, I'm riding the Knicks train, baby. Give me Tom Thibodeau. This one's going to be closer. Some of these other awards, it's pretty obvious with the betting odds who's going to win, but I think 2 or 3 of these guys could win. I think Thibodeau could win. I think Monty Williams could win. I think Quinn Snyder could win as well. I'm going to give it to Tibbs, though. And you know why? Because the 5 seasons prior to him landing in New York, this team was a joke. 21-45 last year, 17-65 the year before. You see the records: 29-53, 31-51, 32-50. This team has been a laughingstock in the NBA for several years. All of a sudden, Tom Thibodeau comes to town, and they're a rugged defensive team that's competing for a number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. That's my Coach of the Year. It's not like the Knicks are loaded with talent. They have nice young pieces, but it's not like they hired him and pulled to Brooklyn and got James Harden and Kevin Durant. Like that's not what happened. So Tom Thibodeau's my guy. It was a questionable hire for many at the time, but it's proven to be a good one for the New York Knicks. What do you think? Who do you guys think should win Coach of the Year? I could go Monty Williams or Tom Thibodeau. I think what Tibbs has done with the Knicks has been a little more impressive because Phoenix is way more talented than New York. But get your votes in. Who do you guys think should win Coach of the Year in the NBA? Now, we have partnered with the Newsbreak app. Wanted to spread this to you guys because you should download the app at chatsports.com/newsbreak. No more getting newspapers. No more downloading 20 apps so you can read, sports and news articles from 20 different publications. It gets aggregated all onto one feed on your phone. You download the app at chatsports.com/newsbreak. It syncs up with your zip code, and you can get caught up with local news, politics, food, pop culture, sports content, videos, including some from us here at Chat Sports. Download the Newsbreak app today at chatsports.com/newsbreak. We will keep you guys in the know when it comes to everything, including videos from us. But Newsbreak, they're a great partner of us here at Chat Sports. That link will be in the comments and the description. chatsports.com/newsbreak. We'll start Rookie of the Year now. 2 candidates here. LaMelo Ball, who missed some time but has been phenomenal when he has played. I think he's a generational talent. And then you've got Anthony Edwards, who has really come on strong for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's had a couple of 35, 40-point games down the stretch of the season. He's really made a hard push, especially since LaMelo Ball missed about a month and a half with that wrist injury, I believe it was. So it's become a legitimate race here with Edwards and with LaMelo Ball between these two guys. Edwards more of a pure volume scorer. LaMelo Ball obviously has been a little bit more efficient. He's also been an electric playmaker as a passer, ball handler, etc. If I had to pick one of these guys, which I will in a second, we'll put up the numbers side by side real quick first. They've both been fantastic. Everybody said, "Oh, this draft, it's not that good of a draft." It's actually been a fantastic draft, not just for these two guys, but for several others as well. I would go LaMelo Ball. I get Edwards has been healthier. He's come on stronger as of late, but which team is going to the playoffs, or at least in the play-in tournament? I'm going LaMelo and the Hornets. Look, that the Hornets have been the most irrelevant franchise in the NBA. They kind of have been. The only thing they've been known for is having MJ as their owner, executive, and he's been bad. He got this one right. He drafted a hell of a player in LaMelo Ball. I'm typing LB on this one. I think he's the best rookie this year. I think he should win Rookie of the Year despite missing a few games. Type LB if you agree. Type AE if you think it should be Anthony Edwards. Can't go wrong, but I actually think LaMelo Ball is more deserving. We finally made it. MVP. I think it's down to these 3. Now, MVP, unlike these other awards, has more candidates. You could go 5, 6, 7 deep. You could add Who am I leaving? Chris Paul. You could add Luka, Julius Randle, James Harden before the injury, LeBron before the injury. This, for a while, was a 5, 6, 7-person race, but it's down to these three, and I think one has really pulled away the last 3 weeks or so, and that is Nikola Jokic. Can we say enough about this guy, how unique he is? He's a 7-foot point guard who can shoot, handle, shoot like a shooting guard, handle like a point guard, and pass like John Stockton. I mean, the guy is ridiculous. You just don't create players like this. It's unheard of, and the efficiency is off the charts. And the reason he's pulled away is the Nuggets keep winning without Jamal Murray. They just keep winning. It's been unbelievable what Jokic has been able to do. He's averaging 27, 10, and 8.5, shooting 57% from the floor, 40% from three. This guy is the MVP this year, and I heard Nick Wright recently say, oh, this would be the worst MVP winner in 35 years if he wins it. No, it wouldn't. Nikola Jokic is incredible. He is phenomenal. He is absolutely deserving of winning MVP. Just because he plays in Denver and people don't watch him every night doesn't mean he's not a beast. Doesn't mean he's not a stud. Doesn't mean he's not going to the Hall of Fame one day, because I guarantee you he will be in the Hall of Fame barring a significant injury. He's my MVP. And quite frankly, I don't know how close it actually is now that we've gotten toward the end of the season. But we'll let you guys weigh in. NJ for Nikola Jokic, JE for Joel Embiid, SC for Steph Curry. I love Embiid. I love Curry. They've been unbelievable. But I'm giving it to Nikola Jokic. I'm typing my NJ.